guys, it's Nishan Rai. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can really manage and handle your client, which is objection regarding your agency or regarding your services. Once you start working with the client, but the result did not came, and now he's blaming you regarding that because of this did not happen like that or something, anything that client says regarding that. So let's get into the video, guys. So first thing is that the first thing you must understand that your client is not wrong at all. Your client might say, okay, I work with you, I thought that I was going to get that sales or lead, and I even work with you, I had even give you this time, but you did not give me that conversion with that sales or that leads. Even though that sales and lead came in, the revenue did not came in or anything, that problem definitely going to be on your agency, or probably one of your first client or any client is gonna say. So how do you now handle that? How do you really tell them that it's not about that? And yeah, you just how you actually handle that, because I have just gone through this situation and I have handled it. So in this video, let's go on this, guys. So first thing is that, guys, when that conversation is start with the client regarding that, when client says that, okay, I was working with you, or just overally that situation comes when your client and you are working together of your services regarding a specific goal, and you are still working but the result is not coming yet, or even though a lead or sales coming, but the revenue or the money thing is not just coming in the place or client's table. So now your client might say, okay, I had given like you this, so why it's not working, and so what is the real solution for that? So when it begin starting like that conversation, guys, first thing is that, guys, be calm. Okay, you really have to be calm. Means this is really a, which is really a huge objection by a real business owner. And if you really get on angry by saying like, hey John, or hey John, I have done my work, look, I even give you this sales, this lead, and it was your, which is your responsibility to close that, and it's not even my hand. So don't really just bother me, or don't really just make my fault that, no, you don't really say that, guys. Like, I know at that time when you hear from those objections from your client, you might really want to say that, okay, I wasn't really that one to do that, it's the leads or sales respond, or it was even my was not fault, or is something you might say. And at the time, you just want to be calm, because, guys, as you know that you don't really want to get angry with your client, because it's just gonna ruin everything, all relationship you have made with your client, everything. So you just be calm, listen to him, what he has to say, and just say yes, or yeah, I understand, or something like that. You just don't really go against him. You just say, okay, yeah, he's right, because even though he might not right in some point, you want to really somehow agree on him. And I know you might say, now why do I agree if he is wrong? Well, the first thing, if you are just starting out and you want to get a experience as much as from a real business owner, or from a real experience, or you, even though you have worked with some of the business owner, but you still don't want to lose your client, or you still want to retain your client, then make sure you guys follow these steps. You just want to really be calm. You just want to agree on them. You tell them, okay, so I understand it is also my fault, or yeah, I understand because of this we happened this, or because we did this it happened this. Now what's the next solution, or what we are now going to do? Now you just don't really just end your call by saying, okay, yeah, that was my fault, so yeah, let's hang up. No, you don't say that. You say, now what is the solution for us, how we can really get that conversion that everyone or every business is want. So when you just tell or go on that conversation, you now figure it out. Even though you don't figure it out in that point, you just tell your client that, okay, I'm definitely going to do my best to get you the result, and I know I'm just going to figure it out soon, or something like that. You just tell your client that you are not just once the client actually agree on the services or say that it's not working, you don't just tell, okay, I think I will just think about it for 7 days and I will tell you. No, you say that, okay, figure it out. We will definitely figure it out and we will get you the conversion that we wanted. So that is what we tell, okay? And you if your client really goes on something like, okay, look, I had we really or you had tell me this specific time, this x specific time, or this 30 days trial, or in this 30 days you said that you would get me this much sales, this much ROAS, this much ROI, this much lead, or this much treatment, or this much conversion. But look, I even give you this time, so what's not really working or something like that. When that thing comes from your client, now you guys really want to have an answer specifically at that time, because you just want to still be calm. You don't really want to say, okay, look, I was just here working on so much hard for your business and you're telling me something like this. You don't want to tell that thing, okay guys. You just tell the which is reasonable thing that really makes him not actually think like, okay, he was just kidding with me, he could not really care. Because if you make your client think like that, then he might not really trust you guys. And if the trust things really get decreased, then you also know that we cannot buy anything, or your client might not buy your services. So you guys wanna really keep thought on your mind, and you just wanna really tell your client that whatever happens, whatever situation we go through, we will definitely figure it out and we will get that conversion, and we are not gonna give up. Well, you might say that, but you can go on your own way. It's just an example that how I would really, or how I have really just talk like that way when this situation go through the way. And the conversation might really go with the client regarding this, because you might have worked with him for 1 year, 6 months, 1 month, which is 14 days, or any days, or any month, or any year. Now your client starts saying, or saying just, or he might even say, if he has paid you offer like, hey, give me my money back, or just the revenue you said you would get me and I would pay you. Now I'm not gonna pay you. Yeah, he might say something like, give me my money back, refund. I didn't like your services. You said now I'm not gonna pay you, or something, any objection. At that time, you guys just don't really say a lot of just, unreasonable things that makes your client to think that now you are not worthy. You are just a person that was just scamming. Well, guys, you don't do that. But this video purpose was just that you don't really just, when you get objection or communication with that way with the client, you just become, you get the answer, you keep the answer based on his question, which must be reasonable, and you just don't really hang up by saying, okay, so let's figure it out after 1 year, after 1 month. No, you tell him that I'm going to find the next step. I'm going to definitely make our marketing strategy. We are definitely going to, or we are changing our funnel, we are changing our backend system, we are even setting up our pixel, or anything you guys think about of your services that could really just enhance your services or delivery. So that is what you guys really do, okay? So I think, yeah, if you guys really follow these steps, well, it's not a huge step, it's just a basic, but yeah, just make sure you guys really keep this on your mind. So I think, yeah, that is all for today's video. And if you really found any video from this video, then make sure to like, subscribe for more content like this. And guys, now before I really pause this video and hang up, I wanna really tell you something. So as you guys know that I had told you that, which is, as I told you yesterday, I had talked with my first SMMA client, or my agency client that I was working, or I was running at. And since we had our talk, since it was been probably 5 years since we stopped running our campaign, and we were following up, and since we had got 25 lead, and out of those 6 had our appointment, 4 had visited the practice, and one had a treatment, one had other had just think about it. Now my client starts saying that, okay, look, everything that you were saying that it was working well, okay, but the main treatment thing is not happening yet, or the revenue where the leads came from, or the revenue is not just generating. Was he started saying that, he even said a lot of things like, I had given you this 15 days where you had said in the starting and you start working, and but you did not give me treatment, or there was no any treatment that happened. So he starts saying that, and I was really getting stressed. Oh yeah, I was thinking like, yeah, it was true. So what's the next step? I was just asking myself at that conversation. So I was just, you know what, I just did not know it was the first ever time I got the, which is real, I think probably objection from my services that my client had experienced like that. And since I tell him that, okay, we are really gonna give up or something like that, and he was saying, when he was saying like, okay, I had given you this time, I asked him eventually in our call like, so are you really gonna working with me, or is our partnership is end? And he did not say yeah it is, but he did say, no, I'm not saying we are just not partnering up, we are not working together. What I'm saying is that we have to now focus on conversion or treatment or something like that. Means my client just wants me to just focus on not those lead generating but having that treatment, because if the conversion happens, that is how the revenue comes. Well, I know my client had yesterday, I think probably in May 1, it's today May 2 guys, and it's already 10:22 a.m. And my client at that time had a lot of things, and yeah, he was not which is right at all things. He was somehow wrong in some things. He was somehow saying, look, I could also generate the leads. I could also just, he was also saying something like, look, look, the generating leads is easy. If I just make a video, and when the video gets sponsored, now people will fill out the form or people just get leads. So means he think that that is easy. And even though when he said that, I had to really agree on that. I could not say, okay, you are wrong. We had to test things to get really leads. We cannot just sit on our room when we launch our campaign thinking now we are now going to really get leads, but we have to just make sure our campaign structure is that way, and you are wrong. Well, I could even say that, but I did not, because as I told you, you should not really do that. And my client even said that, in these 15 days which I had given you, the lead or treatment did not happen. Well, the one treatment that happened, or second treatment, which was the full arch dental implant, the patient who wanted to do that and had even visited our client practice. So first one, that was, I think, not the just big value numbers of treatment, but it was just not that much big, but he think that that is too much low. And other probably 5 appointment, is that they are still on the follow-up, means they haven't still got connected of my client practice. So that is exactly right now happening. I'm still following up with my client. And yesterday when I really just had talked with that way with my client, and yeah, eventually I got to know that he was not saying I don't want to work with you, but he was saying that now we have to really focus on our convergent treatment, and we have to, and he was even saying what's not really working. Is it our camping, or is it how the lead respond, or is it what? And I even have to now figure it out. And if you really ask me what's the really problem that is happening right now, it's probably, guys, look, the any lead that has been generated from our camping, or from my camping that I have, which is launched or make or structure, that none of those leads did not have any dental problem, means they had any one of the dental problem. But the question was that they had the problem, but they were not in so much pain that they just wanted the solution of that. Means people really buy on the emotion and the problem they have, but at the time probably they just were thinking about dental implants or something dental treatment, and at that time they just fill out the form and I had set appointment, but they did not because they just wanted to know the pricing because that is all they want to know. Even though some of the leads had asked me in the first call, like, what's the pricing? He was the first, which is probably what it was. That means that a lot of patients just follow the pricing thing first, but if they had a which is problem in the first place, then we could probably, which is make sure our campaign would run properly or our funnel would be great. But now the question probably comes in the campaign. So how do I really find those people who can afford it, who really have that burning desire of their treatment to be done, of their problem or their problem to be solved? Well, I know I probably have to now again do detailed targeting. I probably have to just add something tricky there, probably for the targeting. And I think I'm probably now going to do retargeting to those people who had our submitted the form but did not just fill out the form or any retargeting campaign. And since we only had probably $16 left and we just have $4, so that is why we had our yesterday call, which is end up like that way. So we will definitely figure it out. Or I'm now, he said that now we have to really focus on the treatment because that is how we can really be continuing doing it. Because if the treatment are not coming or if the revenue is not coming, so we probably cannot even just be continued. So that is how probably the call actually go, guys. And I was at the time stressed, like thinking, okay, so yeah, he's shy at the time. So what's the problem? What's the solution of that? And yeah, and I also want you guys to really know that you're probably going to face something like this problem with the client when you are working, because yeah, the result might not just come as you wanted. So that is why. And yeah, guys, so I think that is all for today's video. So if I summarize in these videos, that what you have learned, that even though you face any of like this problem, you be calm, okay? You don't really wanna just go or it so you angry, because yeah, you definitely get angry, like thinking that okay, I had shown this much, which is my work for his business. Now he is telling this, he is telling I was not worth of that. Because of this it is happening. And yeah, you first want to be calm and you want to give the reasonable answer. You don't want to really brag or just break that relationship at the time. And you want to make sure you just load or you just lead the which is way or your relationship to continue working, not the actually ending of that. So that is how you guys really do it, okay? So I think, and yeah, there's also a lot of things that you also just want to get angry, which is not angry but agree on something. You also want to tell him some about how you did it, what was the problem you had faced. Yeah, I had even said that okay, we had this problem, we had this, and I probably think I even said that okay, I probably think in this funnel it was happening, that is why we we are getting this kind of result or something like that. You just don't want to tell okay, I don't really know what is happening, so yeah, just let's just stop. And you definitely don't want to say that, guys, because you are not a beginner, you are not a which is someone you just saying that I would do it, and when it is about doing, now you're saying that it's not my fault. Okay, so I think, guys, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe for more content like this. And yeah, guys, I'm really appreciate that I'm really on my journey and sharing everything with you. And yeah, I definitely know, guys, you also enjoyed this video and you are also taking action from this phone behind scenes or behind the screen. So I think yeah, that is all for today's video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. uh, I think probably in today 9 or 10 p.m. So yeah, guys, bye bye.